Michigan Congresswoman Lisa McClain joins us now. Welcome to our show, Congresswoman. Thanks for being here. So we're going to get to the wokeness in general stuff in just a second, but it does look like you got a big win on getting rid of the vaccine mandate, right?
We got a huge win on getting rid of the vaccine mandate. We have negotiated the heck out of this bill. And I'm excited that, one, we got the vaccine mandate out, but we also, more importantly, got language in there that will require us to get data on any service member that was adversely affected because of the vaccine mandate. We don't know right now if that's 2,000 people, 5,000 people. So next Congress, when we actually have the gavel, we can make sure that we double down and take care of those service members who were adversely affected by the vaccine mandate. Well, so it's a big win.
There are three points that I saw in the legislation. We can put it up on the screen. One is reinstatement of removed personnel, which is so important because we lost a lot of really seasoned service people. Second is prohibition of discharge or withholding of pay over vaccination status. I mean, that's just, particularly with a veteran who's been at war and such. Yeah. I mean, that's just horrible. Prohibition of vaccination requirements on service members. Now, this hasn't all been voted on yet, or has it?
No, it hasn't been voted on. We should be voting on the bill possibly later tonight or sometime tomorrow. And by every indication that I have, it will pass.
But, you know, by the way, a lot of the numbers that they've been giving that I've been seeing in the media and such are wrong about personnel leaving. There's nothing about Marines, no statistics about Marines leaving. I happen to know for a fact that in just one unit alone in North Carolina, because I have a family member who's in the Marine Corps, he said in his unit alone they lost 15 members. So I mean, there's some of the stats are just dead wrong. I'm so glad with what you're doing there. So let's focus on overall wokeness in general, if you don't mind. That is really causing a great concern among not only Americans who are thinking of going into service, who have family members in the service, but about Americans worried about whether their military is ready, about preparedness in general, right?
Absolutely. In fact, that's why the military missed their recruiting goals by over 15,000. Think about that. Their recruiting goals were down by 15,000. That is because of two things, I think. One, wokeness in the military, no question. And two, because of the vaccine mandates. Clearly, the military has a problem that they need to address. And Congress is happy to help them address that. And we are doing just that with this NDAA, because at the end of the day, the military needs to make sure that they are focused on protecting our shores and protecting our Americans. And that's exactly what this year's NDAA does.
Congresswoman, we only have about 30 seconds, and it's a big question. How do you deal with these executive orders? Because the first executive order came from Obama on wokeness. He called it diversity and inclusion. That was in 2011. Then Trump reversed that. Then Biden has reversed the Trump reversal. So how do you deal with all these executive orders?
Well, one, we keep fighting, and two, we need the members of the military to have a loud voice as well and speak up, because they know firsthand what they're dealing with. So at the end of the day, what we have to do is continue to push this issue to the forefront. And if we really want to protect America, we want to protect our shores, we have got to get this wokeness out of the military and focus on what is important, and that is protecting our shores.
Couldn't agree with you more. Congresswoman McClain, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.